key points, he gets your confidence and then he sabotages. And when I saw Nancy Pelosi last week, many see VAT option as cure for runaway deficits. Give me a close shot of this, please. This is the Gainesville Sun, and you can look up all these other Republicans and Democrats saying, oh, yes, the way to get us out of this deficit is more taxes. No, the average federal employee's money's gone up. The government tripled under Bush, has more than tripled in the first year under Obama. They want to destroy the economy. As Chuck Norris just said, I have their own documents. I just read to you what Maurice Strong said. But here's Nancy Pelosi calling for it. Now, in this 7-minute clip, I don't have time to play the whole thing. You can go watch it at Infowars.com if you want. In the article Kurt Nimmo wrote, Beck O'Reilly called for more taxation. They start talking about, oh, the liberals don't like you. Oh, I'm proposing taxes. Oh, I wonder why the liberals had you on ABC. And it's all about the celebrity of Beck and how much these two egomaniacs on TV together. And I just can't understand how they completely sell their souls out for money and power. There's nothing wrong with money and power if you got it through telling the truth, doing the right thing, and not being an evil person. But it's not what you're supposed to worship and do anything for. I mean, Glenn Beck and O'Reilly, with the words they use and the terms they use and about tightening our belts and discipline. Discipline is giving the government more taxes, officially setting up a federal and value-added tax over everything, federal inspectors in more of your lives, 2 more IRSs. And then I said last week, I said, watch, you're going to watch value-added and sales taxes proposed during a financial crisis in the next year. And because I read it in the treaty. What you read in a UN treaty is what happens, Jack. Even if the Senate doesn't ratify it, by fiat, they will pass all the tax laws to get in line with it, all the laws piecemeal to get like an erector set or Legos. They will put it all together in pieces. And what is in the treaty? A value-added tax of 2%. What did Lord Monckton tell you last week? What did I read out of the treaty here on air? Here it is. Here's the treaty. What does it have? A 2% flat tax on all air travel, a 30% tax on all coal, a 2% value added right off the top of the GDP. It's all in the Framework Convention on Climate Change, which is a convention like the Continental Convention, like the Constitution. This is their global government total takeover. They've built the platform. They've got the rocket fueled. They're launching the rocket. They're launching the New World Order right now. The greatest time to ever be alive, folks, because these people are eugenicists. They want to cut your resources off so they can socially engineer you and take your kids. Chuck Norris has finally gotten it completely. He understands it's about taking your kids. It's about the state ending the family. Folks, the Illuminati during the French Revolution, this is on record, tried to go to a 10-day work week, 10 days out of the week. What was it, like 9 months out of the year? They tried to abolish the family. It failed. China tried that. These people are the same group, ladies and gentlemen. It's real. You better wake up. They mean business. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. They want you dead. You understand that? They want your family broken up. That's why they give men ridiculous expectations, women ridiculous expectations. Everybody thinks they're supposed to be a movie star. Everybody feels inadequate because they never became movie stars. Madison Avenue first makes you feel weak and insecure, then they can sell you with what will supposedly fulfill you. When the truth is, I've been in big movies with big movie stars. The truth is, I've hung out with people you wouldn't believe. The truth is, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. The truth is, because I took action against the New World Order, and most people were too timid to do it, it's taken me to very high mountains. I've been taken up to the mountain and offered great power by the system. But because I was offered the great power, I realized it was crap. It meant nothing. It means nothing. Money means something if your car isn't running and you can't feed your family. It's very important up to that point. Once you're comfortable, let me tell everybody out there The yuppies who think they need more, that they'd be fulfilled if they had the newest iPod or if they had the newest car, it means nothing. What matters is that you're an honorable person and that you help other people and that you understand you're part of the species and part of a continuum and that there's evil that has to be faced. That's what will fulfill you. You're not fulfilled because you aren't tuned into reality. Your subconscious mind is hundreds of times more powerful than your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind knows everything that's going on. Everyone is a genius, but they can't focus it through their conscious lens. Hundreds of times stronger. You don't have access to that. You haven't trained yourself to have access to discernment, to understanding. And so your subconscious mind is telling you, I'm not happy. I don't like this. You may be in a $5 million mansion. You may have the hottest 25-year-old trophy wife prancing in on her high heel shoes. You're not happy. You know why you're not happy? Why isn't Tiger Woods happy? Why aren't all these sports people and movie stars not happy? Because they're not truly serving humanity. Now, the globalists know how to create counterfeits of serving. For the carbon tax, let's help the third world with all the well-meaning hippies when it's actually meant to kill the third world. Of course you hide killing the third world, starving them out under siege by saying that's warfare, the opposite of what it really is. You're killing them, you say you're saving them, to get all the well-meaning people to serve them. And that's the true essence of evil, is getting good to serve you. Get sophisticated. Get serious. I've said enough. I'm ranting. Just listen. I don't hate Glenn Beck. When I assess him, he looks like a completely mentally ill person. He looks completely screwed up. His eyes, he looks completely weak, completely powerless, very effeminate, but not that effeminate is bad in a woman. It's that male effeminate behavior. He just reeks disingenuousness. And my God, how can people not see this man as a complete fraud? Not just by his reeking evil. I mean, he is like a horrible goblin that sits on the left knee of Satan. I mean, he just comes off. My God, how can people not? I mean, same thing with Bill O'Reilly. I mean, just an absolutely evil, swollen up, worldly person. Having discernment, it's like radar beams. I can just look right through them. And I don't know how other people can't see this. And yes, I see how weak and bad I am. Don't worry. But we're all weak and bad. We're also all incredibly strong and wondrous. It's that I can see in me what's bad, and I'm ashamed of it. These guys, their greatest possession is their worldliness. And here he is in a false, they know the mind likes to have a choice, so they give you a choice, sales tax or value added. Then they talk about liberals persecuting them after, so people sit there conservative, feeling like they're part of a club with O'Reilly and Beck. I mean, and they're like egomaniacs sparring with each other over, oh, you're stealing my stuff, when it's on record that Beck takes what we do and then tries to mimic it only to fool the public that's waking up. I mean, it's just horrible. Here is Glenn Beck calling for taxes.
Thanks for with us. And Bill O'Reilly in the At Your Beck and Call segment tonight. A shocking development. Fox News commentator Glenn Beck, chosen by Barbara Walters as one of the most fascinating people.
I mean, how is this news? Egomania.
I'm not kidding. With us, Mr. Fascination himself, Glenn Beck.
What's not fascinating? What's not fascinating with me, about me?
We'll get to that in a moment. And it's a travesty of a mockery of a sham as reality.
It shows how troubled television
I mean, this is a
but
Benedict
I want to
Arnold.
ask you a serious question. Yes. Last night, I know you watched Factor every night.
Yes.
So you can steal material.
Oh, my gosh.
And I said that economically, we can bring the country back, but you have to do some discipline. You have to freeze spending.
Yep.
You have to have a national sales tax.
Oh, yeah. Hit pause.
What did you think about it?
Oh, yeah. They're going to freeze spending, and cows jump over the moon. Bush tripled it. Obama more than quadrupled in the first 8 months. 8 months in, he'd spent more money than all presidents before him, back to George Washington. Folks, they've decided to bring the country down, to rape it dry. Do you get that? All that's going to be left is SWAT teams as a rearguard action. Do you understand that? Listen, back it up a little. People say,